What's up, my people? So I come here with great news, with very good news, Nigeria. Very good news, Nigeria. Nigeria has built the biggest optical fiber factory in Africa. You get Nigeria has built the biggest optical fiber factory in Africa. Do you know what it means for Nigeria to build the biggest and the largest optical fiber cable factory in Africa? Nigeria are moving ahead. I love it. They are going ahead. They are thinking, they are developing themselves, developing Africa as a whole. You get they are developing themselves, developing Africa as a whole. So Nigeria has built the biggest optical fiber cable factory in Africa, and it is called the Kuhlman Technical Industry. Kuhlman Technical Industry, and this Kuhlman Technical Industry is a very big factory. It's a very big factory. They will be producing 9 million meters. You understand? 9 million kilometers of optical fiber every year. 9 million kilometers of optical fiber every year, which they are going to supply across Nigeria. You understand? Across Nigeria and other African countries. It is very, very important for Nigeria. This is a boost for Nigeria. It's going to boost their economy. I'm telling you, this is very, very good. A very good news. And this factory is going to come about with job opportunities. Job opportunities will be made. You understand? Do you know what it means to create a factory? And then this factory is going to employ as many people as possible, especially as many people locally. It's going to boost the economic growth of their country. So Nigeria is boosting their economic growth. Their economic growth is going to move ahead, skyrocket, move up. Oh, Nigeria, my people, you people always think positive. I love that aspect. I love the aspect of Nigerians thinking positive, wanting to do things on their own. Just by building this optical fiber factory, you get Nigeria will be dependent, will be independent. Sorry, Nigeria will be independent on their own. They'll be producing their own optical fiber locally and using them locally, which means that they will no longer depend on European optical fibers any longer. They're no longer going to import European optical fibers any longer. So what Nigeria is going to do is they are going to produce their own optical fibers. You understand? And then export them to other African countries. When you export them to other African countries, it's going to bring in a lot of revenue, both in Nigeria and in Africa as a whole, because Nigeria is trying as much as possible to reduce, like reshaping Africa. They don't want Africa to be solely dependent on importing goods from European countries. So that is why Nigeria is trying as much as possible to build reasonable factories, good factories that makes impact in an economy. You get good factories that make impact in an economy. So by them producing these optical fibers, you understand, optical cable fibers in Nigeria is going to boost the Nigerian economy, and Nigeria could be one of the sole supplier of optical fibers across Africa. Do you know what it means for Nigeria to be the sole supplier of optical fiber cables in Africa? It means they'll be supplying to other African countries. They'll be supplying to other African countries, and then the future revenue of this factory, the Kuhlman Technical Factory, has been estimated to $10 million. $10 million. And then more of the revenue is going to come from exporting this to other African countries. Exporting this product to other African countries. You get Nigeria is doing great. Nigeria is doing good. They are doing a great job. They're trying as much as possible to be independent, and then helping Africa to be independent on their own, to stop totally depending on European exports. You get, so Nigeria is doing a very great job. That's why I love Nigerians. Nigeria is doing a very great job boosting their economy. It is a very, very good thing. This is a national asset. This factory is a very big national asset to the government. Very big national asset to the government. It's going to bring in revenue, create job opportunities for the people, locals in Nigeria. Very good, great, very good job opportunities. Very good one. So please, Nigerians, support them as much as support your own country, no matter where you are. Support. Make sure you like this video, you comment, you share, you subscribe, so that this should meet other people. You understand? Nigeria is doing a great job. Nigeria has built the biggest optical fiber factory in Africa. The biggest optical fiber factory in Africa. And they could be the sole supply across other African countries. You understand? The coming about this fact, the coming in of this factory is a very big opportunity. It's going to create employment opportunities. You understand? The Minister of Communication said this is going to create good job opportunities, employ people locally, boost the economy locally. And then this also is important because it's going to help boost the economy, the Nigerian's economy, and Africa economy as well. The Nigerian economy and African economy as well is going to boost, and then reduce dependency on European imports. We totally reduce dependency on the importation of optical fibers abroad. You understand? So Nigeria will be the ones to supply to other African countries, optical fiber to other African countries, thereby strengthening the link of intertrade between African countries, and also strengthening and also growing the economy of Africa. You get? It is very, very important for Nigeria to produce nine. Do you know what it means for Nigeria to produce 9 million kilometers of optical fibers and then distribute them to other African countries? It is very, very important. Very, very important. And it's going to boost African economy and boost Nigeria economy as a whole. Nigeria is moving ahead. They are going higher, ahead, higher heights. This is what we need. This is what we need for Africa. Africa needs to change their mentality, do things on their own. Africa needs to be able to sit and do things on their own, use their raw materials, manufacture their own raw materials, refine them as much as they can, and start using them and then importing them in Africa. Europeans are crying because African countries, African presidents are becoming wise. They are becoming wise enough for them to do what they are crying. Their reserves are getting dry. They are crying. Nigeria is gradually reshaping itself and also reshaping Africa. So please, like, share, so that if this video can go far, let people know what Nigeria is doing. Nigeria is creating impact in Africa. Is creating big impact in Africa. This is going to create job opportunities, and then create supply chain to other African countries, reducing dependency of importing products, and then increasing pan-African trades between African countries. This is good news. Nigeria is doing a great job building factories, important factories there, and it is a very good thing. The Aliko Dangote refinery factory, it is a very good one. And then Nigeria is again on its own. Its government is building has built the largest optical fiber factory in Nigeria. And then this factory is backed up financially. There are many local banks who are backing up this factory financially. They are ready to help this factory grow, become big. You understand? So examples of this local financing we have First City Monument Bank, we have Bank of Industries, we have Infra Credit. You understand? They are out to back this factory, back the government up financially, which means that this factory is a very big one. They are backing them up financially, and it's a very good thing. Nigeria is making waves, serious waves across the continent. Do you know what it means building the biggest factory of optical fiber in Africa? and then you will be the sole supplier. You could be the sole supplier, of optical fiber across African countries, reducing the dependency of importation for African countries. It is a very good thing. Please, very very good thing. This is good news for Nigerians. Good news that is going to create job opportunities. Good news. I'm so happy to share this news to you people. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.